Hi, in this video, we are going to see another servlet example. So, in this example, we are going to see how to pass a data to a servlet through query string. That is, as as part of request URL, we can send a input to the servlet and see how the servlet takes that input from that request URL and how it is using it. Okay, so let us first create a web project, dynamic web project. Click new, file new, then click dynamic web project, and let us give a name to it. So I will give the name as servlet demo 3. Okay, so we have given the name to it, and I click next, then again next, then click finish button. Now we have got a project. You can see inside the project explorer. Now we will expand this Servlet demo 3 project, and inside the Java resources under src you will create a package. Okay, so let us create a package by clicking right clicking the src, click new and package. So we give a name com dot example dot servlets. So we will click finish button. So now the package has been created for us. Now we will create a let us create one servlet class. Okay, so let us create a servlet class and give the name as, let us give name as some name like uh, sample example servlet or something. We should actually right click this package and click new, then click servlet and give a name, class name as, I give example servlet, and I click next button, then click next. And what I do is I just uncheck the constructor from superclass and I click finish button. So now the servlet class has been created for us. Now what I do is inside this you can see the code. In this code we remove unnecessary things. So we have to remove the, we don't need this line number 15. That is, yeah, there is one serial version UID. It is not required for us. We just remove this line. Okay, and inside the do get method, what I have to do is we have to write the code for getting the value from the request object. So whenever we send a request to this servlet, the request object will have the data, that is the input from the user. So inside the do get method we have to call a method on request object and to get the data from the request object. So whenever the user or any customer, any client send a request from the browser, that request goes to this web server and web server routed the request to the corresponding servlet based on the request mapping. Okay, the request URL would have the um, mapping, that is, for example, at line number 13 we have web servlet annotation. Here we have the slash example servlet. I give something different. I give let us give a name like hello. Okay, so when a request URL ends with slash hello, then that request will be routed to this example servlet, and inside the do get method we write code for getting the data from the request object. Okay, so what I do is let me just copy this line of code from this and paste it inside do get method. Now see this code. At line number 18, I simply print welcome to the world of Servlet, which would be printed inside the console. Then at line number 20, we have a code request dot get parameter, and this method we are passing the argument name. This method will return the value stored inside the request object and we store it inside the name. Okay, so we print hello dot hello, the name that we receive it from the request object. This will be printed inside the console. Okay, so what is the next thing is we have to run this code and we will see the output, and we will see how to pass input to this servlet. Okay, so now what I do is let me run this code. How to run it? For that we need a server. We have already a server, Tomcat server. Then what I do is I just run this by right clicking this project and click run on server, and run on server, and let us click next button and click finish button. Then once we click finish button, it will start, the server will start, and once it is up, once it is up, we will pass a URL, we pass a request URL, we pass a request to the servlet. Okay, so we'll see how to do that. So see, once it is up, so once it is up, so now what I do is here in this is a URL in the browser. You can see this is a URL. So we have to give the name. Request URL should ends with hello, right? So it ends with hello, and we have to pass the our input. So we have to pass the name. How to pass the name? We have to append with name equal to I can say Kumar. So now the value Kumar, name equal to Kumar. This name, I think it is actually question mark. I hope it is a question mark. Then if you want to pass some more key value pairs, you can use the ampersand. So now hello question mark name equal to Kumar. Now we have to send this request to this. So you can see, well, in the console you can see welcome to the servlet, world of servlet, and hello Kumar is printed. How it is happening? Because inside the do get method, what we have done is we call the get parameter method and we pass name as an argument to this method. So it will return the value. The value is Kumar. So we store this value Kumar to the string name, then we print it. Okay, so this will work only if we have that code inside the do get method. If you have this code inside the do post method, this code will not work, because this is a get request. So all get request, it is a get request, because we are sending the values along with the request URL. So then only that is why we are able to uh, we see the output. So if we have that code inside the do post method, it will not work because it is a get request.